The defense starts tonight. Good evening, NBL fans, and welcome to Budweiser Gardens, where the London Lightning, the defending champions, take on the Niagara River Lions in Game 1 of the first round of NBL playoffs on Knoxstrom TV. My name is Chris Croucher, and if the past few days are any indication, we should be in for an interesting and exciting series. Tom Croucher joins me in the booth, and Tom, we saw the Island Storm pull off an upset in Halifax. As we speak, Windsor is giving a fight to the St. John's Edge. What does that mean for Niagara coming in here into Budweiser Gardens, facing the defending champions?
Means it's playoff time, Chris. Anything can happen.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. I think if you're Niagara to make that anything can happen, you're really looking at controlling tempo. The London Lightning, one of the most efficient teams, also one of the fastest-paced teams. That means a lot of possessions, and not surprisingly, one of the best offenses in the league. If you're Niagara, you're looking at making sure that London their offense faces you with a set defense. You don't want to be running, having your back facing the ball, trying to get back against London. They take advantage of basically everybody this season that way. So it's about limiting turnovers and limiting transition opportunities for London.
You know, looking at the stats, Tom, coming into the game, we were looking at what would be the magic number for Niagara, the amount of points they would need to score in order to try and keep pace with the London Lightning. We came up with 110. Almost every game that's been close, Niagara's been able to clear that 110-point hurdle. Yeah,
we feel like that's probably a good indicator as you're watching this game. The classic 25 a quarter won't get it done against this London Lightning team if you're Niagara. Now, I mean, if you can keep London to that, that's awesome. But with Niagara, you're probably going to have to score more around the 27, 30 points a quarter to really keep pace.
Starting lineups for the Niagara River Lions: Sam Muldrow, Chris Joseph, Guillaume Payen-Boucard, the latest to be named Rookie of the Year, Jalen Tate, and Devontae Pollard. Starting lineups for the London Lightning: Kyle Johnson, Maurice Bolden, Garrett Williamson, Doug Herring Jr., and of course Royce White. Had MVP on the back of his sweater coming into the game. He's going to be looking to put on a big performance here tonight. Doug Herring Jr. starts with the ball. Herring Jr. guarded by Payen-Boucard. That'll be an interesting matchup. Williamson dishes to Bolden. Bolden can't get the first shot to go. Back the other way are the Niagara River Lions. Jalen Tate. Over to Muldrow. Deep three. That's not going to go. Muldrow misses. Lightning back the other way. Herring Jr. ISO play here with Royce White, guarded by Muldrow. White gets by and lays it in. Royce White, first points on the board. We got a bobsled celebration from the London bench.
It's playoff time for everything, Chris.
Yeah, you got to step the celebrations up, too. Steal, London Lightning, back the other way. Herring Jr. dishes it to White, back to Williamson, and in. What a play by Royce White.
See, when a big game comes from Royce, it's not just the scoring, it's the playmaking, it's the entire game.
Everything clicking for London in the early going. Chris Joseph, rushed shot, not able to get it to go. Pollard tips it back to Tate. Tate takes it back out, resets the offense a bit. Inside, Muldrow lobs it to Pollard. Pollard able to get that to go. A nice play from Devontae Pollard.
They had the good high-low there with Herring caught by Pollard and just lobbed it over. Nice little play.
Herring Jr. to Williamson with the play. Garrett Williamson off to a great start. 6-2 Lightning, 10:24 to go. Guillaume Payen-Boucard. The Carleton grad looking to get by Kyle Johnson. Good defense from Johnson. Forces the ball around. Tate closed out well by Bolden. Here's Joseph working on Herring Jr. Can't ditch him. Muldrow, forced shot blocked by Bolden. Muldrow recovers, but the shot clock expires.
Great defense.
London, again, giving fits to the Niagara River Lions.
I mean, you can talk about how that was almost a dunk at the end, but that was playing the 24 seconds to perfection. Incredible defense.
I mean, 26 seconds, and that's 2 points for Niagara, but unfortunately not going to go. Herring Jr. now works it around to Bolden. Bolden cuts in baseline and not quite in. Niagara coming back the other way. Jalen Tate. Over to Payen-Boucard. Devontae Pollard now goes to the rim, aggressively blocked by Bolden. That's his second in the game already. You know,
Great
we came
play.
in talking about the shot blocking in Niagara, but Mo Bolden already on there twice.
Yeah, Mo Bolden, aggressive. He might not have got that bucket on the other end, but just playing with an attacking mindset, which you got to love. And here we go in transition.
Definitely stepped up his game over the past couple. Williamson now cuts inside, dishes it to Johnson. Johnson, lots of space, more than I think he thought. Wide open!
Goodness!
Royce White! So just a wide open freeway, and he's able to put it home.
I don't think that was what the defense drew up.
There's rotating, and then there's whatever left that happening. Royce White again, clear path. Jalen Tate now for Niagara. Working on Herring Jr. Tough shot, not going to go. Mo Bolden the other way. Williamson dishes to Johnson. Johnson's open. Can't get that to go. Fans calling for a foul. Jalen Tate inside to Pollard. Pollard can't handle it. And again, the River Lions unable to take advantage of an extra opportunity. And just like that, only 8:44 into the game, Niagara forced to call the first timeout. 8 minutes or so to go. The score is 8-2 for the London Lightning. We'll be right back after this break. And we're back in the early goings of this game between the London Lightning and the Niagara River Lions. Game 1 of this Central Division semifinal. Chris Croucher joined by Tom Croucher. Tom, in the early going there, you want to talk a little bit about transition, specifically that Royce White bucket where he had the wide open lane.
Yeah, no, a lot of people, when you think of transition, it's the easy layup on the other end after the initial breakout. A lot of times transition can wreak havoc in the sense that your assignments are broken down, hence Royce White being wide open at the top of the key and just having a wide open lane. Transition is more than just the initial bucket.
A good point, Tom, and now we've got Doug Herring Jr. trying to get things going. Royce White to the rim! A little bit of a poster for the fans as he dunks it over the shot blocker, Sam Muldrow. River Lions back the other way, trying to get something going. Chris Joseph working on Williamson. Canadian versus Canadian. Good help defense from Bolden. Pollard goes to the rim. Able to finish. A tough shot there by Devontae Pollard. This is Doug Herring Jr. Again, very interesting matchup having Pay and Boucard guarding him. Herring Jr. gets by. Beautiful pass to Kyle Johnson. Wide open mid-range jumper. Can't get that to go. Jalen Tate now back the other way. Pay and Boucard, the rookie of the year, to the rim. No good.
Mo Bolden.
Another shot agitated by Mo Bolden. Now the London Lightning back the other way. Royce White to rim. He's going to get blocked, but they're going to call a foul.
Mo Bolden defensively really standing out. Just aggressive, like I said, the attacking mindset. London's already a dangerous enough team. When you have Mo Bolden with that, just trying to put his name on the game, this London Lightning team just goes to another level, which is hard to believe that they can sometimes, but Mo Bolden's able to take them to that next step.
You know, Mo Bolden, one of those guys who's really a mismatch for just about everyone who's going to be up against him. He can guard anywhere from the 1 to the 5. And he's a guy offensively as well. He's got some guard skills mixed with that frame.
One thing I want to mention, too, is, a key player for Niagara, Tate. We've seen at least 3 different players guarding him on defense.
Switching things up doesn't help there, though. Niagara River Lions able to get it in. Wide open, Royce White unable to finish. I think he got caught in the face there. Chris Joseph making sure he's okay. Garrett Williamson going to help him to his feet there.
The mask doesn't stop everything.
No. Fans give a nice little applause to Royce as he gets up. So as mentioned, Chris Joseph picking up the foul. Royce White shooting 2. 12-7 London Lightning over the River Lions. Royce good on the first.
So we look at this series too, mentioned Jalen Tate there for a moment, but Chris Joseph. Now obviously Niagara's really great at being able to spread the offense around, but Chris Joseph, Jalen Tate, those are really the primetime players on this team.
London getting the ball back immediately. Herring Jr. now resetting. Royce White no good on the second shot there. Devontae Pollard read that pass. That's going to go out of bounds. London gets the ball back. 14 seconds on the shot clock. London inbounds. Herring Jr. Again, Boucard the one guarding him. Herring able to get around thanks to a screen. Williamson, I don't think he had as much. I think he had more time than he thought he had there. Just forces up a shot. Niagara in transition. Pollard the slam, but they're going to call a charge on Sam Muldrow. Mo Bolden again making a difference in this game. Great play there from Mo Bolden.
We've talked about this in previous games this year too, is the really the growth of Mo Bolden into such an impactful player in this league, and it really shows the impact of this league in general in development.
Again, Mo Bolden, he started his NBL career here in London, kind of bounced around a bit, spent some time in Windsor, went to the G League. Oh, almost a big slam from Williamson. That's going to be another foul on the River Lions.
2 on Muldrow, I believe.
That's 2 on Sam Muldrow indeed. So some foul trouble for Niagara here.
Especially a player in Muldrow who's really, we talked about.
And pardon me, I believe that's the 3rd on Sam Muldrow.
That's rough.
That's a really big deal for the Niagara River Lions, losing a player of Muldrow's caliber. Dwayne Smith checking into the game for him. But Muldrow, one of the biggest impact players that the River Lions have. Now he's got to sit for a bit.
We talked about mismatch problems on the Lightning side. For the River Lions, Muldrow's that type of guy who can really stretch the floor as a big, very modern basketball big.
For offensive purposes, his ability to pull Royce White out of the lane, too, made a big difference. Jalen Tate. Payam Boucard covered by Ryan Anderson, who's into the game. Mo Bolden almost picks that off. Payam Boucard back to Tate. A little give and go between the two of them. Tough shot, not going to go. Anderson recovers. Garrett Williamson now working on Chris Joseph. They're going to say that was just out on Joseph, pardon me.
Incredible defense given the one heck of a Euro step by Garrett Williamson to actually get ball in that one-on-one spot for Chris Joseph.
Definitely a tough play, but the Lightning still maintain possession coming into the game. Connor Wood for the Niagara River Lions. Ryan Anderson takes the inbound. Just kind of lobs it up there. I don't think that had much of a chance. Chris Joseph coming back the other way. Inside, great pass. Dwayne Smith blocked by Royce White. Smith again, can't get it to go, and that's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say that was out of bounds on Royce White.
The interior defense for the London Lightning so far, very impressive.
We don't have live stats, but I believe that's already the 3rd block in this game for the Lightning. Tate steps in, back to Connor Wood. Wood drives, Smith can't finish, another block, that time Mo Bolden, that's his 3rd block alone. Williamson to the rim and in, Garrett Williamson, the difficult shot, the better finish. 17-7 Lightning, 5:45 left in the first quarter. Jalen Tate over to Chris Joseph, wide open 3, can't get it to go. Devontae Pollard flies in, rebound and the bucket. Devontae Pollard having a very nice start to this game for Niagara. One of the few guys who's been able to get it going on offense. Anderson, deep 3. It's good. If you remember the game against the Island Storm, Ryan Anderson, 18 points in that first quarter. If he gets hot, look out. Dwayne Smith, he's going to get fouled trying to get the shot up.
I know there's some other broadcasts that talk about death taxes and threes, but I think death taxes and Ryan Anderson threes, catch and shoot variety specifically, could set your watch to it.
Again, a very, very big shot from Ryan Anderson. 20-9, the River Lions again. And over half of a quarter, unable to break the double-digit mark. Julian Boyd into the game for Mo Bolden. First shot no good for Dwayne Smith. And second one goes. Dwayne Smith gets the River Lions into double digits, 20-10. Doug Herring Jr. works around Ronnie Johnson, goes to the rim and in. Doug Herring Jr. with the finish.
You know, Doug Herring Jr. wasn't going to let a game go without putting a little bit of control on it.
Definitely one of the best players on this Lightning team. Connor Wood drives. This is Ronnie Johnson, the Auburn grad, back to Wood. Wood, tough, goes in. Devontae Pollard able to finish. Another bucket for Pollard. Here's Garrett Williamson. To the rim and in. Garrett Williamson with the beautiful finish. 24-12 for the London Lightning, and another foul for the River Lions in this quarter. That's their 5th in the first quarter.
Foul trouble racking up, but I think, Chris, I know it sounds, again, but transition, and it doesn't have to even be off a turnover or a block. I mean, those are helping the Lightning, but how many times have we seen the London Lightning attack after a basket the other way, and Garrett Williamson attacking the rim?
You know, Devontae Pollard's having a heck of a game for the River Lions, but I think you got to be concerned how many of his points are off of an offensive rebound or a missed shot, in other words.
Gotta love the energy.
Gotta
love the energy. But
Pollard having a great game, but someone else has to make a bucket here. Can Dwayne Smith be that guy? Yes, Dwayne Smith able to bury that shot. A big one for the River Lions. Herring Jr. now back the other way. Herring Jr. cuts to the rim. Able to get the teardrop to fall. A thing of beauty from Doug Herring Jr. Again, the pace picks up again. Ronnie Johnson working on Ryan Anderson. Drives to the rim, kicks it out. Chris Joseph makes his cut. Able to finish. A great little play from Chris Joseph.
That's what you got to see as a Niagara fan and really enjoy. But there we go. Attacking quickly.
Beautiful play. Royce White finding Julian Boyd. And again, back the other way. Chris Joseph, big three. Everything but in. And the London Lightning are back the other way. Herring Jr. now. Another quick three. Buries it. The Lightning are clicking on all cylinders right now. 31-17.
Chris, you don't want to talk about this early in the game there being kind of a pivotal few minutes here, but for the Niagara River Lions,
that's a rough stretch.
Yeah.
That was a rough stretch they just endured. Unable to get that to go. London back the other way. 31-17, 3:23 left. Ryan Anderson, no good. Here come the River Lions, back the other way.
Like
Dwayne
I said,
Smith
Chris,
to Ronnie Johnson. It seems like they're trying to slow down just a little bit.
Pivotal
Chris
few
Joseph.
minutes.
Down low to Pollard. He's been their best player in this game. Pollard almost loses it. And they're going to call a traveling violation on Pollard there.
He did not lose the ball enough, it seems, in the referee's opinion.
Definitely a disappointing call for the Niagara River Lions. Ashton Smith steps into the game. Garrett Williamson taking a rest. Marcus Capers also into the game. This is mostly the Lightning's bench unit right now, so they're getting to rest a lot of their starters. Royce White, unable to finish, but they're going to call a foul on Pollard. It's another big man with some fouls to his name for the River Lions as Royce White gets to go to the line. Chris Joseph to take a seat on the bench.
So, Chris, if you're Coach Rasso here, you're looking at, can we get this to single digits before the end of the quarter?
It's critical, I think, in terms of your momentum.
Absolutely. Talk about chunks. You want to get a few stops together here for Niagara to keep this within range.
Klee loses the ball, gets it back. Lightning calling for a traveling call. This is Ronnie Johnson. Back to Klee. Back to Johnson. Open shot goes inside instead. Tornsteig Jr. able to finish.
Nice pass. Nice pass inside. Good awareness by Johnson.
Ryan Anderson now covered by the smaller Johnson. Gets around him. Open to White. White able to finish. Royce White having himself a game here. 2:23 left in the first quarter.
With all the talk going around, are you really surprised Royce White came to play tonight?
Hey, if you're going to wear an MVP hoodie, you better have a big game, and he's been having it tonight. Ronnie Johnson takes the 3. Can't get that to go. Battle between Wood and Anderson. Anderson's the winner. Royce White with the ball again. Tries to work it to a teammate. And that's going to be out of bounds. Lightning calling for a foul. And Royce White's going to take a rest. Mo Bolden back into the game now.
Getting a round of applause from the crowd there.
This is Ronnie Johnson, covered by Ashton Smith. Tornsteig Jr. came over in a trade for Carl Hall. Devontae Pollard's going to take the shot. He's good. Tough shot, but Devontae Pollard, again, the best performer in a River Lions jersey tonight. Ryan Anderson.
Whoa.
Ditches Tornsdijk, can't get the shot to go.
Got to finish it, though.
Picks it off. Open shot here for Julian Boyd. Slams it home. Julian Boyd with the emphatic finish. Devontae Pollard over to Klee. Klee pump fakes, kicks it back to Pollard. Open jumper. Gets it to go. Keep feeding Devontae Pollard at this point.
The bright side for the River Lions right now.
Ashton Smith gives it to Ryan Anderson. Forces a tough shot. Almost gets it to go.
Tried to draw that foul. Tried to do the vet
quickly
play.
Back the other way. Connor Wood takes the 3. Able to get it. An important one. The River Lions might actually be able to make this a single-digit game. Ashton Smith.
Coach Rasso knows, too. You can see the energy on the sideline. He knows how important.
If they can make this single-digit before the end of the quarter, they've got a really good chance here. Tornsdijk does it. Now it's only a 9-point game.
The whole River Lion bench up right now. They know how important this end this quarter strong is going to be.
Simply for momentum purposes, you got to, at least go out of the quarter knowing that you can play with these guys. You can do this. Ashton Smith trying to find something, can't get much. Ryan Anderson drives to the rim, lobs it. Julian Boyd able to finish. 18 seconds left. Here comes Klee. Klee goes right to the rim. Can't get that to go. No foul. Mo Bolden back the other way. 9 seconds on the clock. Ryan Anderson. Down low to Capers. Capers, he's going to get fouled. We'll see if that's, pardon me, they're over the limit. It's going to be a shooting foul no matter what. So Marcus Capers going to go to the line here. 39-28, 3.5 left on the clock here for the first quarter. Capers gets the second to drop. 40-28, 12-point game. They can get it within 10. That shot's not going to go.
2.5, you have enough time here. Drop a good play out of bounds. Get one of your shooters open. I mean, Pollard's been on fire early.
2.5 seconds left. Klee inbounds to Wood. Not a great pass. Tough shot. Can't get that to go. So after one quarter, in Game 1 of the NBL Canada Playoff Series between the London Lightning and the Niagara River Lions, the London Lightning lead the River Lions 40-28. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a bit here on Knockstrom TV. Good evening and welcome back to this broadcast between the London Lightning and Niagara River Lions NBL Canada playoffs matchup on Knockstrom TV. Just a heads up on the out-of-town score, Windsor Express with about 3 minutes left are down 3 to the St. John's Edge in the other Central Division game happening tonight. That game in the fourth quarter, but here in London, 40-28, London Lightning over the Niagara River Lions. Tom, what would you switch coming into this second quarter?
You gotta get back. Simple transition defense, not just on misses, but especially if you're scoring buckets, you cannot let the Lightning beat you down the floor. I think if you're Coach Rasso, you're emphasizing that. You're also emphasizing the fact that this could be a lot worse. This is still a game. That end of the first quarter was critical for the River Lions.
Again, usually a lot more teaching points when you're giving up 40 in a quarter, but the River Lions really did have a good end to that first. Now we're going to see sweeping changes from the River Lions. Dwayne Smith, Jalen Tate, and Chris Joseph into the game. Devontae Pollard, Adam Klee, and Ronnie Johnson going to go take a seat. I think that might have been just to throw out the rotations of London Lightning maybe there. Again, none of them were really lined up at the scores table. All of them just kind of flew off the bench as soon as that buzzer happened. Ashton Smith over to Kyle Johnson.
You got to do what you got to do as coach to win on the road.
A little bit of gamesmanship. Mo Bolden takes a tough shot, gets it to go. Mo Bolden, really difficult shot. And he gets back on defense to make it so that Connor Wood doesn't get the easy shot there. Dwayne Smith goes to the rim and in. Nice little play there from Dwayne Smith. 12-point game, 42-30. Ashton Smith works it around. Kyle Johnson right to the rim. Beautiful run down the baseline by Kyle Johnson.
Yeah, that back cut by Kyle Johnson was fundamentally perfect.
River Lions, Dwayne Smith. Tough shot over Julian Boyd. Not going to get that to go. Maybe a bit of a heat check. Smith's been shooting well. Capers over to Kyle Johnson. Tough shot. Can't get that to go. Hand all in his face. Jalen Tate back the other way. Tornsteig Jr. working on Ashton Smith. Asks Connor Wood to clear out a bit. Makes a cut to the rim. Tough shot. Able to get it to go. A nice little play there.
Love how you refuse the screen. A lot of players just feel they almost have to use the screen. Played the defender right into it.
The Lightning now. Kyle Johnson thinks shot, thinks otherwise. Bolden kicks it around. Great passing. Capers, corner three. No good. Kyle Johnson fights for the rebound. Not going to go. That's going to be out of bounds off of Johnson. Niagara River Lions ball. And yet again, they've got a chance to make this a 10-point game.
Talking about switching things up here a bit too. London showed a little bit of the full court press, didn't end up doing it.
Quick shot. That's not going to go. Coach doesn't seem very thrilled with that one. Mo Bolden gets the ball to Ashton Smith. Smith now setting up the London offense. Capers dishes it off. This is Julian Boyd. Aggressively cuts to the rim, throws it in the legs of Jalen Tate, and then the River Lions just throw the ball back away. Kyle Johnson wide open, checks his feet, and good! Kyle Johnson with the big three.
That was a 3 points that directly from the turnover.
Well, that's a big point swing too. River Lions, Jalen Tate gets fouled going to the rim. Ashton Smith gonna get dinged for the call there. Update in St. John's, 97-93 for the Edge over the Express with a minute to play. Jalen Tate to the line. Unable to get the first to go. You know, Jalen Tate really, I know Guillaume Payen-Boucard won Rookie of the Year, but I have to think the 1A would have been Jalen Tate the way he's played this year.
Great floor general. Able to control the game. They need a lot of him tonight, given how this has been going early on.
Mo Bolden, pump fakes. Tough shot at the rim, gets his own rebound though. Wow. Great pass to Capers. Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
The ground shakes as Capers lays down one of the best dunks I think I've seen here in Bud Gardens. We're going to have a timeout after that play. Wow, what a play from Marcus Capers. Lightning up 49-33. We'll be right back after the timeout. And we're back. London Lightning leading the Niagara River Lions 49-33. It's been a very fast-paced game, obviously by the score. Niagara allowing 40 points in the first quarter, giving London this big lead. Marcus Capers now at the line, 9:13 to go in the second quarter.
Make no mistake, Chris, this has been London's pace.
Yes, London in control early and often. Capers misses the shot. Battle for the rebound, no one able to get a hold of it, and now this is Joe Rocca the other way. Chris Joseph working on Mo Bolden. Rookie of the Year, Payam Boucard, able to finish. A nice play there from Guillaume Payam Boucard.
We talk about Garrett Williamson hunting the chest. That was Payam Boucard doing the exact same thing.
You know, Payam Boucard really just almost from the mold of a Garrett Williamson.
Oh, whoa!
Great shot from Kyle Johnson. The circus is in town with that one. Oh my. Jalen Tate now back the other way. Pollard sets a screen. Tough shot from Tate. Can't get that to go. I don't think he really set himself there. Ashton Smith now. Over to Royce White. One-on-one with Pollard. Good help defense from Payam Boucard makes that tough, but Capers able to slam again.
You don't usually see a player of Royce White's size being able to make a pass right trapped along the baseline on a double team. That just shows the talent that he has.
There really isn't anyone better that's able to pass themselves out of a bad situation the way Royce White can. Capers almost pulls off the steal there. Rocca over to Pollard. Oh, almost a huge slam from Devontae Pollard. London back the other way. Bolden going to get fouled. It's going to be a foul on Jalen Tate there. Two substitutions for the Lightning. Ashton Smith and Capers to the bench. Garrett Williamson and Doug Herring Jr. back in. All five starters for the London Lightning back in the game.
Chris, we talked about danger zone in the first quarter. We're back at it again if you're the River Lions. You want to get a few stops together here.
We talk about that rubber band snapping. It's pulled all the way to the edge right now. Nice pass from Royce White to Kyle Johnson. You know, interesting stat. Royce White doesn't have a triple-double yet this year. Could be looking at one the way he's playing tonight. Tate down low to Pollard. Over to Payam Boucard. River Lions working around, but the passes weren't sharp. Joseph over to Tate. Tate works around White. Able to get the foul, unable to get the shot, though.
Here's how you stop Royce White. You get him sitting on the bench because you've attacked him with fouls.
That's a good recognition play from Tate, noticing that it was White covering him.
Especially when you've got that mismatch. Don't just settle for the jump shot. You've got plenty of game left. I know we're talking about the rubber band here. You still have time left. Make the smart fundamental plays.
Tate able to get the first shot to go. And gets the second, Jalen Tate. Here's Garrett Williamson back the other way. London Lightning. Williamson cuts to the rim. Can't get the shot to go off the glass. Back the other way is Chris Joseph, the Syracuse grad. Cuts towards the rim. Almost swatted. No good. London back the other way. Royce White attacks Devontae Pollard. Right to the rim and in. Royce White too strong. Another bucket for the MVP candidate. And depending on whose hoodie you read, might be MVP.
I mean, Royce White in the open floor has got to be one of the scariest sights for a defender.
Well, if you take the charge, it's really going to hurt. And if you don't take the charge, it's really going to hurt on the scoreboard. Devontae Pollard over to Payam Boucard. Can't handle the pass. Good job keeping it in. Payam Boucard working on Williamson. Can't get the shot to go. Pollard recovers. Another rebound for Pollard on the offensive end. No good. That's going to be off of London. Two refs giving two different signals. I think the refs are going to talk about it a bit here. Did they just give a technical?
I believe we see a technical there.
So someone on the River Lions managed to pick up a tech there. So Kyle Johnson's going to go the line here, and London gets to maintain possession. I mean, if you're Niagara, you can't have that, because not only did you just give the London Lightning a free throw, but you also gave them possession when you got to keep the ball.
Yeah, really, really not a smart play.
I'll have to figure out who got that tech, because that is a really silly play.
2-3 zone. You see Niagara trying to switch it up a little bit here.
Kyle Johnson takes the three. No good. Mo Bolden tries to recover. It's going to be out of bounds off Bolden. Niagara gets the ball. London unable to take advantage, but they do get that free throw.
I do like this play by Coach Rasso. You got to switch something up. Put a different look in front of the London Lightning. See how they react.
Now, I'm not certain, but I believe the tech might have been on Devontae Pollard. We'll have to double check. No live stats tonight. Chris Joseph down low to Dwayne Smith for the slam. River Lions trying to keep pace, but having a difficult time. 58-39, 6 minutes left. Royce
Zone
White,
again.
Right inside to Kyle Johnson. London doing a good job driving, but not finding the kick-out passes. Royce White down low to Williamson.
What a block.
Apparently blocked there by Chris Joseph. Payam Boucard to the rim, swatted by Royce White. Another block for the Lightning. And that's going to be finished by Dwayne Smith now. 58-39, 5:42 to go. Herring Jr. works around a screen. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. Late foul call.
I love this play by Coach Rasso. You needed to switch something up defensively. The 2-3 zone. London having a little trouble figuring out what they're going to do with it.
Well, you mentioned how Jalen Tate was being affected by the different looks defensively. The way London's playing, everyone was firing all cylinders,
Yep.
so throw a different look for all five of them.
We saw a lot during the college basketball tournament just ended. A lot of the similar concepts. We saw a lot of those schools going with zone defenses and offenses not knowing how to react to them.
Well, you know, Syracuse grad Chris Joseph has played a bit of zone.
He knows his 2-3 zone.
Timeout called, media timeout. We'll be right back in a bit. London Lightning up 58-41. You're watching Knoxstrom TV. Chris Croucher here on Knoxstrom TV for the first round of NBL playoffs. London Lightning up 58-41 over the Niagara River Lions. Tom, you were talking about the decision to go zone. Now with Niagara in a foul situation, you still like that decision for that reason as well?
Absolutely. everybody thinks of the 2-3 zone for just switching it up defensively, a different look. It also protects, it hides people, it hides players, especially the ones with foul trouble. Given how they're starting to pile up a bit here for Niagara, I like that look. On top of the fact that it's a potential momentum changer.
Again, the River Lions finding themselves down by quite a bit more at one point. Now down 58-41, still a tall mountain to climb. But at least they're doing the right things to get themselves in position to climb it. London Lightning, Doug Herring Jr. makes the first shot. Just an update, we've got overtime in that St. John's Edge Windsor Express game. Jalen Tate coming up the floor for the Niagara River Lions.
That series has 5 written all over, in my opinion. Oh, for
sure. There's a reason no one wanted to face Windsor round 1. Tate working on Garrett Williamson. Looking for an option, drives, switches hands, takes the shot. Can't get that to go. Doug Herring Jr. back the other way.
Oh.
Crosses over Dwayne Smith. Tough shot. Travel call. Shot's not going to count. 60-41. River Lions with a chance to swing the momentum a bit.
A lot of razzle-dazzle for a turnover, unfortunately.
Hey, if the shot had gone, it looked beautiful.
Oh, boy.
Jalen Tate up the floor. The Illinois grad feeds it to Chris Joseph. Joseph takes a quick shot. Can't get that to go. Anderson recovers. He's going to be fouled on the attempt. That's another front court player for the River Lions picking up a foul. And the River Lions really with no fouls to give the rest of this quarter. 4:58 to go. Next foul's over the limit. Doug Herring Jr. taking the ball up the floor for the Lightning here.
And Chris, I want to see how London reacts after a timeout to this 2-3 zone.
Again, London had a timeout, a chance to adjust for this zone. Ryan Anderson over to Herring Jr. Great ball movement from the Lightning. Royce White to the rim and in. Beautiful offense from the London Lightning.
That's how you break down the zone. You make it shift left to right. You attack it in the middle.
Picture perfect offense right there. Dwayne Smith down low on Royce White. Kicks it out. Chris Joseph cutting to the rim. Tough attempt, able to get that to go. The Canadian Chris Joseph able to finish. Lightning back the other way. Anderson over to Bolden. Takes the three and good. Maurice Bolden. Dagger to the hearts of the River Lions, 65-43. Jalen Tate working on Doug Herring Jr. Dwayne Smith open, pumps, doesn't take it. Spin move. Can't get the shot to go, though. Royce White back the other way. Herring Jr., great ball movement. Ryan Anderson unable to get it to go, but Mo Bolden attempts to get the... Mo Bolden looked like he got popped in the face. Joe Rocca, the shot, able to get the three, a big one for the River Lions.
Big swing.
But the ref's going to blow the play dead now as Mo Bolden is down on the other end of the floor.
Couldn't tell exactly. He definitely got hit in the upper body.
Again, the trainer's making sure that he's okay. Down in a heap on the other end. Julian Boyd checking on him as well.
I'm not going to lie, I originally thought it was he might have just got a poke or something, but definitely thrown off a little bit. Had to sit down for a second there.
I think a River Lion player there just coming across completely innocently kind of caught him with an elbow maybe. He's going to be okay. He's walking off under his own power. So Mo Bolden going to the bench. Looks like he's going to be okay. Herring Jr. taking the ball up the floor for the Lightning. Julian Boyd takes the three. Everything but in, and now the River Lions are coming back the other way. Jalen Tate. Takes the shot, gets it to go. Jalen Tate, a nice little jumper for the rookie point guard.
They need big time Jalen Tate right now.
The guy they rely on to set the pace, Doug Herring Jr. Can't get that shot to go. Royce White, Johnny on the spot, gets the rebound. Pass intercepted. Riverline's the other way. Bounce pass. Bam Ducard. Can't get the shot to go. 4-on-1 here. There's going to be a lot of open bodies. Torrance Dyke Jr. fakes it, and the Riverlions reset. Jalen Tate back with the ball. Tough three. Can't get that to go. Julian Boyd with the rebound. Ryan Anderson to the rim. Able to finish, Ryan Anderson.
You can't set up the 2-3 zone if you don't get there in time.
Torrance Dyke Jr. Wild shot, no good. Royce White back the other way. Behind the back. Over to Anderson. Anderson shoots. Gets the shot.
Boy.
Tough shot, but no problem for Ryan Anderson.
Chris, what a pass by Royce White. He basically manipulated the ball mid-air and found Ryan Anderson for the three. Incredible play.
Chris Joseph. Pump fake. No foul call. He wanted one, but Julian Boyd, arms straight up and down. Nice defensive play. Williamson. Over to Boyd. Over to Herring Jr. Thinks shot. Steps in. Can't get that to go.
Would have liked him to take that original shot. He overthought
Had it in rhythm. Had
Yeah.
it in rhythm. Jalen Tate. Works around Dwayne Smith. Pam Boucard open for three. No good. Lightning back the other way. 70-48. 1:26 left. Garrett Williamson thought there'd be contact. That's got to be a goaltend. That's going to be a goaltend.
Yeah, no, I think you're getting Coach Rasso thinking international rules. That was good. My understanding though is that he went through the netting.
He went through the net.
Yeah, if that had been on the outside, that would have been a different story. But I think because he went through the netting to move the ball, that's where the infraction came from.
Again, FIBA rules. If it's on the cylinder, you're allowed to touch it. You just can't go through the net, and I do believe that one was reached through the net to get to it. Ronnie Johnson into the game. He's going to take the ball up the floor over to Torrance Dyke Jr. Inside. Tough shot. And it's good. Very difficult shot for Matt Marshall, who's into the game. The Brock grad able to finish. Kyle Johnson.
Great to see some Badgers here in the NBL
well, you're a Brock
playoffs.
grad, Tom.
I did do some time in Niagara.
Doug Herring Jr. working it around. Mo Bolden cuts in. Loses a little bit of his handle. Herring Jr. over to Anderson. Anderson, tough shot. Gets the bank.
The bank is open, Chris.
With 2 seconds left on the clock, Anderson off the glass and in. It's not how, it's how many, and that's a three for Anderson. Connor Wood. Ball tipped by Anderson. Recovered by the Riverlions. Turned it over. Doug Herring Jr. Open!
Oh, reverse!
Dunk!
Look at the bench.
Beautiful from Doug Herring Jr.
Did you see a reverse coming out of Doug Herring Jr. like that? Love it.
Hey, if you got the open laneway like that, why not? 8 seconds left in the quarter. Likely last shot. Klee over to Ronnie Johnson. Loses the handle. He's in trouble. 1 second left. Forces the shot. Can't get that to go. So, after an exciting first half, the London Lightning lead 77-50 over the Niagara Riverlions. Niagara with some things to talk about here in the locker room. London looking for ways to keep the lead. You're watching the first round of NBL Canada playoffs on Knockstrom TV. We'll be back after the half. Welcome back to the second half of this NBL Canada playoff game. First round between the London Lightning and the Niagara River Lions. London Lightning leading 77-50 over the River Lions. Tom, we'll talk about what went right for the Lightning in just a bit. First of all, I want to keep you guys up to date with the game going on out east. The St. John's Edge managing to come back and beat the Windsor Express in a double OT thriller, as the Edge able to take game one of that series, giving themselves the 1-0 lead. Little bit of a delay here. We had a break as we worked on the clock. Now I think the refs are just catching both coaches up on what's going on. Tom, what worked in that first half for the London Lightning?
Other than a whole bunch? Transition.
If we can pick some.
They played their game to perfection with regards to transition. It's what we've seen throughout the year. And Niagara obviously trying a few different things with the zone to try and kind of impact that, but London has just had all the answers in dictating the pace of this game.
Again, 77-50. Mo Bolden unable to get that shot to go. The Niagara River Lions needing an answer to try and bring this game back within reach. We have seen a game with the London Lightning and the River Lions reach that 140-point mark, as we're going to see Chris Joseph go to the rim. That game ended up 142-137.
Herring
and
Jr.
We're going to have a little buzzer here as Herring Jr. got dinged, and they're going to check and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, not exactly sure. I know Herring Jr. got...
I think he just needs a second here.
Also, the shot clock, I don't think, reset there, Chris.
Good call. It is, Herring Jr. is indeed dinged, but I believe the whistle there was for the shot clock. Stuck at 4 right now. Had some issues of late with the clocks here. And the refs are going to send both teams back to their bench. Sorry for the delay, guys, but we're going to be right back after this break as we get things sorted out here at Budweiser Gardens. You're watching Lightning versus River Lions on Knockstrom TV. And we're right back to your regularly scheduled programming here as the London Lightning and the Niagara River Lions face off. 11:21 to go in the third, 77-52 for the London Lightning. Again, a bit of a delay there as the scoreboard and the shot clocks were having a bit of an issue. Mo Bolden works over to Doug Herring Jr. Bolden thinks shot, decides otherwise. Williamson down low, wide open Johnson, pumps, doesn't take it. Kicks out to Herring, he's open. No doubt about that one. Shot clock worked just fine there for Doug Herring Jr. as he's able to convert right before the buzzer. Jalen Tate back the other way for Niagara. Muldrow open. Can't get that to go. Doug Herring Jr. back the other way. Gives it to Williamson. Williamson unable to finish. We're going to have a foul on the floor, though.
Interested to see who this one is on. Obviously, Muldrow, just a rough game when it comes to foul trouble.
That one's not going to be on Muldrow. I believe that's on Chris Joseph, which is a good thing for the River Lions because, again, Muldrow sitting at 3 fouls as well as Devontae Pollard.
Because if they're going to make any sort of comeback here in the second half, Sam Muldrow has to be an integral part to it.
And again, Muldrow, a key part of this River Lions team, and especially on the offensive end. He's the guy that can make the long-range shot that pulls Royce White out of the paint. That's an important aspect to their offense. Just like this, Muldrow kicks it over to Jalen Tate. Back down low, Muldrow over to Pollard. Good defense from the Lightning, but Pollard gets open. Shot's not going to go. Muldrow battling for the rebound. River Lions recover. Payan Boucard.
That's the length of Muldrow.
Pollard down low. Blocked by Bolden. Another block for Bolden. Lightning back the other way. Kyle Johnson covered by Tate. Gives it to Royce White. Williamson's open. He's going to cut in on Muldrow. Tough shot. Not able to go. Back the other way. Payan Boucard. He's got an opening and slams it. Guillaume Payan Boucard. 81-54 after the bucket, but the River Lions showing signs of life. Royce White. Great passing. Williamson forced to go baseline. Lightning working around to Herring Jr., who kicks it out to Bolden. Bolden working on Pollard. Good defense. Picked off by Jalen Tate. Laneway open for Joseph.
A few stops together. This is where if you're a coach, you're Coach Rasso, get your stops together. This is a pretty big mountain. You got to worry about getting one foot in front of the other right now. Make your way through this. Make it digestible shots.
Rare 3 from Williamson. That's not going to go.
Oh, tough.
Royce White, though, gets the offensive board and the bucket.
Now, that's the one weakness when you're playing his own defensively is box-out responsibility.
Muldrow open down low. Fouled. Not going to get the shot to go, though. Sam Muldrow going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Chris, we've talked about the impact of the zone defense, some of the likely results of it. As much as it's great for, changing momentum, rebounding can be an issue. We saw that on that play where 2 London Lightning were just really unaccounted for. Given we're man-to-man, you know who you're going to box out. You're not exactly able to do that with the zone defense. A little more complex, especially if you don't play it all the time.
Muldrow not going to make the first. 83-56, 8:57 left in the third quarter. Big Sam Muldrow gets the second to go, 83-57 now. Niagara trying to fight back from a 17-point halftime deficit.
Looks like a matchup zone, Chris.
Interesting. Herring Jr. takes the shot and gets it. Change in defense, no change in Herring Jr.'s effectiveness as he gets the bucket. Jalen Tate now. Muldrow working on Williamson. He's got the size mismatch. Herring Jr. gets a piece of it. Connor Wood recovers. Wood over to Muldrow. Muldrow doesn't get a perfect handle on it, but is able to get the bucket to go. Lightning quickly back the other way. Garrett Williamson cuts in. Swatted by Devontae Pollard. They're going to call that one a goaltend, though. So that's going to be 2 more points for Garrett Williamson.
The London Lightning, transition, of course, but their ability just to be right on, force you on your heels, even after made baskets, is really impressive, Chris.
Well, even the Phoenix Suns would be envious of 7 seconds or less offense the Lightning have had.
We're talking more like 4 seconds or less with the way the Lightning are playing.
Chris Joseph Over to Muldrow. He's open. Pump fakes Royce White. Corner of the key. Air ball. That's not going to get anything done. Garrett Williamson back the other way. London Lightning pushing the pace again. Kyle Johnson able to finish and one. Kyle Johnson.
Again, it's not just putting your opponent on their heels. When you're an efficient offense like the London Lightning, it's about the number of possessions you get in the game. They're not, when it comes to efficiency, London one of the better teams in the league, but they're not heads and shoulders above anybody else. They just get so many more possessions that for you to actually keep up is just really a tough task.
Again, London averaging almost 118 points per game. It's almost 10 points better than the next best team in NBL Canada. But when their defense is clicking like it has been tonight, they can really just beat anyone. Chris Joseph, covered tightly by Kyle Johnson, loses his dribble. Here's Connor Wood. Back to Joseph, one-on-one with Anderson. Joseph cuts to the rim, tough shot, able to get it to go. Chris Joseph, great finish at the rim.
For the rest of the series, you like to see those kind of plays from Joseph. Good sign as we move going. Again, matchup zone here.
Herring Jr. collect the ball, cuts into the rim and finishes. Doug Herring Jr. He has been unstoppable when he cuts to the rim tonight. Chris Joseph now, again, one-on-one. Mo Bolden this time covering him. Another different look the Lightning are throwing at a star player on the River Lions. Joseph's going to give it off to Payan Boucard. He's got a bit of a mismatch on Herring Jr., but Herring Jr. plays him tough, forces the bad shot. London back the other way. Royce White, one-on-one on Payan Boucard. And they're going to call a little push-off on Royce White there.
Yeah, they're going to say Royce kind of used a little, maybe not a full forearm, but just a little, enough of that forearm, just to give a little nudge.
I believe the ball just bounced off of a chair back into the back of the heads of the front row and might have caught owner Vito Frigio down there.
As long as everybody's okay down there.
Yeah, everyone's okay. Jalen Tate carrying the ball. Working on Mo Bolden. Cuts in.
Tough shot.
Tough shot, but gets it. Jalen Tate, the exceptional finish. 92-63. This game has gotten out of hand here. Doug Herring Jr., the rim and in.
Right back on their heels.
Doug Herring Jr. going to the rim. It's just guaranteed 2 points right now. Guillaume Payan Boucard can't get the finish to go. That's going to be out of bounds, London ball.
Chris, and there's still time in this game, so I don't want to talk that way. But if we're looking at, as this series goes forward, trying to run with the Lightning, I don't believe is the answer.
No. I think you got to slow them down, not try to keep up with them. Doug Herring Jr. to the rim.
Yeah.
Again, able to finish. 96-63. Chris Joseph cutting in on Royce White.
Quick shot.
Can't get the shot to go.
And I think that's what I'm getting at, Chris.
I think there's a foul on the floor here on Mo Bolden.
When we're talking about controlling the pace, it's not just limiting turnovers and that. It's about on offense, deliberate offense, and also making sure that they're facing a set defense. And really, Niagara struggled. I mean, a good chunk of the league has struggled at doing this, but Niagara tonight, and it's showing in the scoreboard.
96-63 is what that scoreboard says, but Chris Joseph able to make a big shot there.
Promising sign moving forward in the series if Chris Joseph can step up offensively. Him and Jalen Tate.
Joseph had a rough start to this game, but he's played much better here in the second half. Kyle Johnson can't get his shot to go, and maybe the River Lions have the makings of a bit of a run here if they can put together some possessions. Jalen Tate working on Doug Herring Jr. Herring Jr. strips it. Ryan Anderson back the other way. Anderson, he's just going to get fouled there.
Smart foul.
Chris Joseph had fouls to give, and that was going to be an easy 2 points if he doesn't commit that foul. I think any coach under the sun would be happy with that one.
Absolutely.
Media timeout. The score 96-66 with 5:24 left to go in the third quarter. You're watching Knockstrom TV. We'll be right back after the timeout. Welcome back, London Lightning, Niagara River Lions, round 1 of NBL Canada playoffs, 96-66 for the Lightning. I'm Chris Croucher, joined by Tom Croucher, and we're getting ready to get back underway here. Royce White giving it back to Doug Herring Jr. as the Lightning set up the offense. Herring Jr. Foul called. We'll see who this is on. It's going to be on Connor Wood. That's his first.
I think you got the foul. Just trying to fight over that screen, Chris.
Julian Boyd, down low to Royce White. Double team comes. Boyd's going to be open because of it. Drains the three. How do you defend that?
I mean, you know you have to double Royce White. I think that's a given. But
well, you had the mismatch. Payne Boucard was stuck defending him.
But when you got Julian Boyd on the other end of it, and if that doesn't describe Niagara's night, that attempt by Muldrow.
Yeah, that had to be points for the River Lions, and they're going to mishandle the ball again. Herring Jr. back the other way.
Oh, my
Lobbing
goodness.
It. Oh, my.
Oh,
Julian Boyd went down very hard. He's going to get up okay.
He's up.
Oh, there's a little extra bit of breath holding whenever Julian Boyd goes down, this London faithful. Big fans of Julian Boyd.
Seems like some of his teammates weren't exactly fans of that play. We know there's been
a little bit of animosity
between these two teams, so you want to see cooler heads prevail here.
It's going to be Klee taking the ball up the floor for the River Lions. Working around the perimeter. Chris Joseph covered by Capers. Wide open Payne Boucard. Not going to go. Rough night shooting for Payne Boucard. Lightning the other way. Royce, beautiful pass.
Wow.
Capers is going to get fouled going to the rim, though. That's going to be 2 shots for Marcus Capers. 99-66.
I can only count on one hand the amount of 6'8", 230, probably more, players in the world who could make that pass taking the ball up court like Royce White did.
Truly a special talent here in NBL Canada. First free throw, everything but in. Just about hit every part of the rim, but no good for Marcus Capers.
But here's the thing, and we can talk all day about how great Royce White is as a basketball talent. You need to run with him. And the Lightning run with him, and it's really been dynamic tonight.
To the rim, River Lions, no good. That was Adam Klee on the attempt. Anderson back the other way. Down low to Julian Boyd, guarded by Torrance Dyke Jr. It's going to be a foul and one. Beautiful play from Julian Boyd. Dyke Jr. went for the steal, and Boyd just ripped right through and got the bucket.
Well, I feel like Dyke was actually trying to get the foul on the floor. I think he knew he was in a bit of a mismatch there.
But the shot was just too good.
Julian Boyd too strong. He was able to fight through that contact.
That's a weight room play right there from Julian Boyd as he's going to take his free throw and gets that to go too. 102-66. 3:57 left. Time really, I know there's plenty of it, but really starting to run out on the River Lions. Stolen. Boyd back the other way. This is Royce White. Over to Ryan Anderson. Anderson.
Oh, my
quick
goodness.
Three. Not going to get that to go. A bit of a wild shot from Anderson. Here comes Klee the other way, inside. Beautiful touch pass, and Muldrow able to finish.
If you're Coach Rasso, obviously you want to try to get back into this game, but you want to start getting your main guys going a bit here. You're thinking down the road, who do I need to step up? Wow.
Julian Boyd.
Wow.
Earth-shattering jam. Klee takes the three, can't get that to go. Royce White back the other way. Quick three from Anderson, no good. I know you're up 30, but
did Julian Boyd double pump on that dunk?
I think he did. Sam Muldrow able to get the shot to go.
And he has how many knee surgeries?
Incredible athlete, Julian Boyd. You want to talk about weight room plays, that was just every part of a workout coming into play there. Ryan Anderson fakes out Klee. Dishing around. Boyd now. Over to Capers for the slam.
I'm feeling for the rim right now.
An assault on the rim by the London Lightning with the way they've been slamming it home.
Coach Rasso really, really giving it to his team right now. And folks, we're here again tomorrow night.
That's the incredible part.
We're
here
here.
Niagara, this is about just building some momentum to take into Saturday night.
You need some building blocks for tomorrow night. Still plenty of time, but yeah.
Muldrow 3 gets that to go.
Again, if we're looking for positive signs here for Niagara, Muldrow coming a little bit alive in the second half.
They're definitely a better team with Muldrow in. You just can't let them get into that foul spot on Saturday. Anderson fakes out Dwayne Smith. Cuts the rim, no good, and it's good!
Who said he only shot threes?
Pardon me, Ryan Anderson. Tough finish there. We're gonna have a substitution. Joe Rocca back into the game. Chris Joseph gonna take a break. Back the other way. Stolen.
Oh boy. Here
Marcus
we go.
Capers.
Runway.
And jam! Marcus Capers. London Lightning definitely have the mojo going tonight. River Lions. No look pass. Only finds Lightning hands. Goes out of bounds.
You can see Coach Rosso really just trying to tap into the competitive spirit of his team here. Get some momentum going. Again, building blocks. That's what you're looking for.
End of the day, you gave up 110 points in 3 quarters.
Yeah,
Can't happen.
It's just, we were talking about what they needed to do to kind of keep pace with London. And defensively, sure, but offensively, they also needed to get, you need to be producing more.
It's one thing to run with London. It's another one to score with them. They ran with them. They didn't score with them.
Yep.
110-73 here, a minute 18 left in the third. Ball stripped. Dwayne Smith, quick shot. Can't get that to go. There was only one on the shot clock.
Oh.
Turnover. River Lions with the ball back. Joe Rocca cuts to the rim. Over. That's not going to go. Ashton Smith hits the deck trying to get the ball. Doesn't work. River Lions back the other way. Charging call. Marcus Capers, don't tell him the score because he's still going to play like it's a tie game. Great play by Marcus Capers.
I mean, taking charges like that, like you said, Chris, don't tell him the score. It's all about the ball's on the ball is on the court.
When it's the
about
playoffs,
making
you
plays.
want to have the same mentality game 1 to however far your team goes, and Marcus Capers showing that. Julian Boyd. Lightning working around. Anderson, bit of a crazy 3. That's not going to go. River Lions the other way.
Oh, nice
pass. Dwayne Smith able to finish. Great play from the Canadian. He had a really good first half, and then we didn't see much of him for the third quarter. I think Dwayne Smith has played really well tonight.
There have definitely been, I know the score is not at all what they're looking. There absolutely have been standouts for the River Lions. We saw Chris Joseph kind of make a little bit of his presence felt, which is going to be necessary. Devontae Pollard
seemed like the only one who had anything going early for the River Lions when they were actually keeping pace. Going to have a kick ball there. And that's going to be River Lions ball. River Lions inbound here. Ronnie Johnson gets the ball. Johnson trying to ditch Kyle Johnson. No good. Rocco with the ball. Kicks it over to Dwayne Smith. Tight 3. Can't get that to go. Lightning back the other way. Ashton Smith slowing things down a bit. Boyd. Over to Anderson. Anderson. Back to Smith. Ashton Smith back to Boyd. Boyd open 3. Good! Julian Boyd!
Oh, leaving the hand up too. Just let them know he's got the shot.
Leaving the hand up for the fans and the River Lions. After 3 quarters, the score is 113-75 for the London Lightning over the Niagara River Lions. You're watching the first round of NBL Canada playoffs. on Knoxstrom TV. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter in just a bit. Welcome back. 113.75 for the London Lightning over the Niagara River Lions. My name's Chris Croucher. I'm joined by Tom Croucher in the booth, and you're watching NBL Canada playoffs on Knoxstrom TV. River Lions have been dominated by the Lightning so far, but Joe Rocca going to take a shot. That's not going to go. And it's going to be a foul on the River Lions, so London Lightning get the ball back.
I'm interested to see here, Chris, as we go into this fourth quarter, and let's say the score maintains. What does each coach do? Do they start, preparing for game two, testing some things out, different lineups? I'm really interested to see that as we move forward here.
Capers the slam. Seems like the past 10 Lightning points have been of the dunk variety. Ronnie Johnson cuts to the rim. Beautiful play. Can't get that to go. Block. I think Capers got a hand on that. River Lions can't finish. Tornsteig Jr. saying he got caught in the eye. A little bit of discussion from the Lightning bench and the fans over that call. Devontae Pollard and Sam Muldrow into the game. We've seen that a couple times from the River Lions, that maybe the first whistle after a quarter break, we've seen sweeping changes from the River Lions.
It's an interesting move. I don't think, not very common. I've never actually seen coaches go that route.
I think maybe it's just to kind of throw them off.
You gotta try what you gotta try.
You've got everyone looking around on the floor going, okay, I'll cover this guy, and then all of a sudden that guy's gone. Tornsteig Jr. makes his free throw. He's going to go take a seat on the bench. So we've got Devontae Pollard, Chris Joseph, Sam Muldrow, Ronnie Johnson, Jalen Tate in the game for the River Lions, Ashton Smith, Julian Boyd, Kyle Johnson, Garrett Williamson, and Marcus Capers for the Lightning. Lightning turn over. Jalen Tate cutting down the floor. Nice little play.
Whoa.
Swatted by Capers.
They're going to call goaltend.
We're waiting to see. I don't think they are going to call goaltend, but there will be a foul call.
If that's the case, Chris, that is. Oh, they're counting it.
Calling the goaltend.
I was just about to say.
I think that's the right call.
I agree.
think that's the right call.
I agree. I was about to say.
I don't think it is. I know it's the right call.
Yeah, I was going to say incredible hustle by Capers. Like you said earlier, don't tell him what the score is. This is playoff basketball. With
a team as deep as London, you got to be thinking all year they're fighting for minutes too.
Yeah. And you talk to a lot of coaches. Sometimes the greatest teams are the ones where they're pushing each other in practice. These guys are professionals. They all want their minutes. And that internal competition can sometimes be a very powerful motivator for a team.
Garrett Williamson over Julian Boyd, top of the key. Great pass to Capers. He's going to get blocked by Chris Joseph. Joseph recovers the ball. Jalen Tate setting up the Niagara offense. Muldrow deep three. Not going to get that to go. Lightning back the other way. Maybe an ill-advised shot from the big man. Garrett Williamson, foul by Devontae Pollard. That's going to be his 4th.
You got to get a sense, though, if you're Coach Rasso now you're thinking, okay, that's going in the video review. Those are the type of plays that immediately spark transition. London able to get a layup off that just because of a quick shot.
You know, we talked after that Island Storm game about the Island Storm playing them so tough, gave the Lightning a lot of good tape. Cal Johnson's going to miss that 3. We talked about that Island Storm game, giving the Lightning lots of great tape to work with. Maybe a big advantage for the Lightning because they got tested so close to the playoffs. Jalen Tate passes over to Ronnie Johnson. Muldrow for 3 again. He gets it this time. Sam Muldrow, the big man, in rhythm. 115-83. Riverlions again. Clock is ticking, trying to get themselves back into this game. Julian Boyd over to Ashton Smith. Smith loses the ball. Going to go out of bounds. London maintains possession. Mo Bolden into the game for the Lightning. Julian Boyd going to take a seat.
Again, not only just looking at film, we were also talking about, what lineups spark. If you're Coach Rasso, you're looking at this like, what guys keep competing at this time of the game? Which guys show that will to win right now? And, play around with that.
Wide open Garrett Williamson. I don't know how you missed that guy. Maybe check Garrett Williamson there. Jalen Tate to the rim. Gets it to go. A tough shot and gets the and 1. 3-point play opportunity here for the London Lightning. Or the Niagara Riverlions, pardon me.
It's
been a lot of London.
It's been a lot of London. I would look at that too by Tate, and I guess a summary of his game so far tonight would be just like he's had his moments, just nothing overly consistent. And
I think one of the things you noticed early was the difference in defensive.
Absolutely.
In the defensive
throwing
assignments
defenders
he's had.
at him, and that's just been really taking him out of a rhythm this game. He's had some moments, but in general.
Oh, man. Marcus Capers, are you kidding me? London poster shops with plenty of material tonight. Jalen Tate can't get the shot to go.
A few screensavers for tomorrow for London fans.
Williamson stripped of the ball. Capers bumped trying to get the rebound. That's going to send him to the line for 2.
I wouldn't say this maybe is Capers' best game, but one of his most energetic and athletic games that we've really seen from him.
And that's impressive because he is really an energy guy on this team. He does a lot of hustle plays for the London Lightning. So to have him, that's a pretty big compliment. He's been having a very good game here tonight.
The athleticism was always known, but he's beating guys down the floor. He's making the hustle plays. A lot of the times the dunk is because you beat a guy down the floor. It's nothing.
Marcus Capers has plenty of those. He's in his 4th NBL season, played 1 year in Mississauga, and then has played the past 3 here in London, the Washington State grad. 2014-15 all-defensive team as well. Unable to get the free throws to go, though. 119-86. Chris Joseph cuts into the rim. Beautiful finish from the Canadian.
Again, you want to see some signs from some of their top guys, and that was a good one from Chris Joseph, attacking the rim.
Capers over to Bolden. Bolden down low to Smith. Beautiful cut and finish from Ashton Smith. He's going to go to the line for the 3-point play. Capers leaving the game now to a nice applause from the London faithful.
Well deserved.
Royce White back in his place. And Ashton Smith completes the 3-point play.
Chris, I look at who put their stamp on the game and kind of set the tone early. Capers and Bolden for London, right from the beginning, aggressive.
Muldrow not going to make that shot. I completely agree with you, Tom. Those two really stood out in the early going for the Lightning, and
it's carried
over.
Absolutely.
I think that energy really kind of clicked in with everyone else. That's an easy kick ball call. London going to get the ball back. 122-88, 8 minutes, 34 seconds to play in this 4th quarter. Riverlions again in some trouble, in quite a lot of trouble, trying to get back, or at least build some momentum for their next game. Mo Bolden, tough shot, not going to get that to go. Ashton Smith, the rebound, stolen by Ronnie Johnson. Back the other way are the Riverlions. Johnson with a lot of space, didn't seem to quite know what to do with it, just kind of pops the shot up there, not going to go. Williamson back the other way. Tough defense Not able to drain it. Cal Johnson can't finish either. Devontae Pollard gets the ball back. Ronnie Johnson over to Tate. Tate plants, shoots, can't get it to go. It's the story of Niagara's night so far. As London back the other way, 122-88.
Oh,
big
boy.
shot there. Kyle Johnson, just some salt in the wound.
And you know what, Chris? You wonder if the Lightning maybe saw what was going around the league and wanted to make a statement of their own tonight.
Swatted by Ashton Smith. Oh, my. Ronnie Johnson can't get the three to go. Mo Bolden recovers.
You know, maybe they saw what happened out east and wanted to send a message to the rest of the league tonight.
Williamson able to finish. And we're going to have a Niagara Riverlines timeout with 7 minutes left. 127-88 for the London Lightning over the Riverlines. You're watching NBL Canada Playoffs on Knoxstrom TV. We'll be right back. We're back on Knoxstrom TV, NBL Canada Playoffs, first round, London Lightning 127, Niagara Riverlines 88. 7:13 left in the fourth quarter. It's just been a blowout from start to finish here. The London Lightning running roughshod over the Riverlines.
We talked about message sending, Chris. Very impressive game one performance.
And Boucard able to put back the rebound, 127-90. Royce White taking the ball here for the London Lightning. Garrett Williamson takes a shot, finishes and one.
And don't think that teams like Halifax, teams like Moncton, teams like Windsor, St. John aren't taking note of this.
You know, with Halifax losing game one to the Island Storm, you got to look at this London Lightning performance and just really be amazed by it, especially looking forward to the rest of playoffs.
Now, London, we were talking about trying stuff out, actually going with the 1-3-1 here zone.
Jalen Tate.
This is the time to test that stuff out.
They're trying to work their way through the new defense. Big shot there from Guillaume Payen-Boucard.
That's what you have this time for. Maybe you bust that out if this goes deep into a series and you need a very important stop.
Kyle Johnson, tough three. Can't get that to go. Payen-Boucard, Rookie of the Year, picks it up. Mo Bolden strips it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And liftoff. Mo Bolden with the slam.
The Lightning are just having fun at this point. Look at the smile, the laughing. I mean,
this is just too easy for him right now. Devontae Pollard over to Payen-Boucard. Can't get that to go. Williamson collects.
Oh, boy, again?
Bolden.
Oh, great hustle.
Connor Wood not going to let that happen.
Gotta love that, you know.
Then he loses it.
Oh, no.
Bolden's open. Third time. Mo Bolden with the biggest grin on his face. You got to get back on defense, though. Payen-Boucard to the rim and in. It's okay to have fun, but not too much fun.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're doing the right things while you're doing it.
Royce White, guarded by Payan Boucard. Between the legs, tries to go around. Boucard strips it. It's going to go out of bounds. Royce White.
Oh,
Inside, beautiful pass to Johnson, can't finish. Back the other way, Payan Boucard to Connor Wood. Wood, easy goaltending call.
Yeah. No easy baskets.
No
Chris.
easy buckets.
No easy, but I don't care what the score is. No easy baskets.
No easy what, Tom?
No easy baskets.
There
Chris.
we go. 134.97, 4:54 left to play. Royce White working on Payan Boucard. Kyle Johnson, the three. Can't get that to go. Devontae Pollard collects. Pollard to rim. Can't finish. Too much. Connor Wood back the other way. Takes a three. Can't get that to go. Royce White trying to collect. Does. Leads the fast break. Doug Herring Jr. gets it. Shoots. No good. Klee back the other way now. Payan Boucard. Beautiful layup. 134.99. 4:11 left in the game. I believe that's all she wrote. But who knows? Doug Herring Jr. back the other way.
What was the old term? Salami and cheese, Chris? I'm not sure if we're getting really close. I'm not going to lie.
Ryan Anderson knocked to the floor. And that's going to be an easy finish there for Connor Wood. Ryan Anderson wondering where the call was. Herring Jr. now taking the ball up the court. Royce White. That's going to be a foul on Doug Herring Jr.
Doug Herring kind of trying a little bit of
trying to
interference pick.
Yeah.
Either you got caught up or you're trying to set a pick. You can't try to do both at the same time.
A little bit of a battle there between him and Ronnie Johnson. Ronnie Johnson taking the ball up the floor. No good. Pardon me, that is good.
Chris,
Sorry,
it's late in the game. It's late in the game for everybody.
Technical difficulty.
Chris,
I
it's
got
late
distracted.
in the game for everybody.
We're good now. Royce White. Over to Anderson. Quick three. No good. Mo Bolden able to convert. 138-103. 3 minutes to go. Ronnie Johnson, quick three. Can't get that to go. Klee rebounds. Dyke Jr. just loses it. Martin Dixon Green into the game now. He's going to take the ball up the floor.
Yeah, we got the bench clearing right now.
Royce White.
To the fan in the front row.
Beautiful pass to the bald man in the front. Brian Akinkube getting into the game. A bit of a standing ovation from a couple of the season ticket holders. Recognizing the work Akinkube did earlier in the year for this team.
Also, Mo Bolden, we were talking about guys who really set the tone for this game.
Mo Bolden, absolutely.
And Marcus Capers.
If I'm being honest, Mo Bolden's had a lot of great games this year.
For
but
impact?
in terms of like start to finish impact throughout the entirety of the game, I think this was his strongest one.
Absolutely.
Klee. Over to Smith. Smith can't finish. Akinkube rebounds. Anderson tried to find Akinkube, no good.
You know
Ronnie
they're
Johnson.
looking for him.
Oh, absolutely. Three-pointer, and it's good. 136-106. Just a 30-point deficit for Niagara to come back from now. Herring Jr.
You know the one nice thing too, Chris, for Niagara? You're right back at it tomorrow. You're able to kind of get this out of the system real quick. Get right back at it. You're on to the next one. Oh, my goodness.
As if they needed help, Ryan Anderson's going to go to the line for the 4-point play.
But I honestly think, rather than sitting and maybe licking your wounds for a long while, you're right back into it.
They don't get time to think about the loss.
You don't have to, you're able to kind of refocus yourself to that next game. That might be a blessing. That might be a real blessing for Niagara going into game 2. And they always say you're never in trouble in a playoff series until you lose at home.
A little different in a 5-game series, but
still.
River Lions, Smith. He's going to get the shot to go.
Yeah, no, you have obviously when you're talking a 5-game series, you have a shorter time frame, but you defend home court. And
difference in a 5-game though is both those games become must-wins if London wins tomorrow.
100%, absolutely.
But if Niagara is able to get one at home, then they've got a big advantage. Smith, big slam.
But yeah, no, if you're a Niagara fan, it's game 1. As long as you defend your home court with 2 wins. If you're Niagara,
you just have to turn this into a 3-game series.
Exactly.
Anderson, quick 3, drills it.
Well, think about it. Defend home court, and it's a game 5 winner take all.
Yeah, we said 110 is the magic number for Niagara. We're going to have to up that after this one. Ronnie Johnson cuts to the rim, finishes off the glass.
London has slowed down in the second half, Chris.
We're going to have a timeout here. Score 143-113 for the London Lightning over the Niagara River Lions.
We got Royce White coming out here.
Royce White coming out of the game. And I don't know if the refs are allowing this substitution. I thought we had a timeout there, but I guess we don't. And I think the dance pack did as they were halfway on the court. Martin Dixon Green takes the shot. Can't get that to go.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful hustle from Akinkube. No good. D'Alembert also fighting. Payam Boucard. Pardon me, that's Marshall. Dixon Green back the other way. Foul on Akinkube. (143-113), 51 seconds left in this game. And we probably could have said this for a while, but that'll be all she wrote. Ronnie
salami
Johnson.
And cheese?
I would say salami and some cheese. Marshall takes a 3. That's going to find nothing. London recovers the rebound. Dixon Green. Lots of London guys trying to get on the board here. Dixon Green to the rim. No good. Gets his own rebound. Forces it up. And finishes. Dixon Green gets on the board. 145-113. Anderson to Akinkube. Akinkube fouled. That's going to be on the floor. He'll get a chance to go to the line. I see Bill Ovens, one of the guys who gives us a big hand with a lot of our stat packages. Standing. He's a big fan of Akinkube's. I mean, who wouldn't be a fan of Akinkube the way he's hustled all year? Hasn't been able to get as many minutes when the Lightning loaded up, but has always been there when they needed him. Can't get the first to drop. Gets the second to go. 146-113. Marshall. Over to Klee. Klee to Dyke. Dyke off of D'Alembert. Niagara to inbound. 23 seconds left. 18 on the shot clock.
Fans starting to get on their feet, show some appreciation for the performance the London Lightning have put on, and it's been quite impressive, Chris.
London Lightning. Dixon Green gets another one. 148-113, 13 seconds left. Fans on their feet after witnessing what has been a masterful performance from the London Lightning. As we're going to see Dwayne Smith get 2 points there.
Dribble
but
it
the
out,
fans applauding. Lightning just going to dribble out the clock. Akinkube is going to take a shot, but that'll do it. Oh,
wow.
My goodness. Brian Akinkube. What an ending for what has been a perfect game from the London Lightning. Game 1 of this NBL Canada Playoff Series ends with the London Lightning defeating the Niagara River Lions 151-115. Tom, what are your thoughts on that game?
Dominant. One word, dominant. Transition really dictated. We thought that was going to be a key factor going in. It was. The tone setting, I really thought, by Marcus Capers and Mo Bolden were instrumental to this win. Royce was Royce, Garrett was Garrett, Ryan was Ryan, but those guys adding that little bit of intensity, that remembering, hey, we're in the playoffs, it's about defending the title now. I really thought brought this home. If you're Niagara, a lot to look over in the next 24 hours.
Not a lot of time to do it.
Not a lot of time, but like we said,
it means you also don't have any time to stew on it either, right?
You don't have a lot of time to kind of mull over this. You're right back at it. You get a chance. You're going to round 2 immediately.
And just like that, the London Lightning come home as victors against the Niagara River Lions, 151-115. Game 2 in this series is going to be back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Be sure you tune in here. NBL Canada Playoffs, Round 1, London Lightning, Niagara River Lions. My name's Chris Croucher. I was joined by Tom Croucher, and you're watching these games on Knockstrom TV.